Years anniversary celebration, along with me, the former President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovindji, our Governor, Sri P.S. Sri Jaran Pilleji, the Chairman of Dempo Group, Sri Srinivas Dempoji, Madam Pallavi Dempo, Postmaster Sri Syed Rashid, rest all the dignitaries on audience, ex-chief ministers are there, ministers, MLAs, and my ladies and gentlemen. It gives me the great pleasure to note that the Navhind Times is one of the oldest and most respected daily newspaper in Goa, celebrating the 60th anniversary on 18th February. The Navhind Times is the institution in itself with deep ties to Goa and Goans. And I'm sure the bonds and ties have only strengthened with the passage of time. The paper was started, the late Vasantrao Dempo, the founder chairman of the Dempo Group, with its brother, late Venkatrao Dempo, the co-founder of the group. Almost a year after the liberation of Goa, in 18th February 1963. I'm told that the name Navhind Times was chosen to celebrate the spirit of New India and New Goa after attaining the freedom from the colonial rule. And I'm happy to note that today the Navhind Times has been doing their stellar work in covering the Goa since 1963. Curiously, when the newspaper started, it was the two editors in the form of T.V. Parvati and a veteran journalist from the Maharashtra and Lambert Maskananis, and who hailed from the Goa but was brought up in Mumbai. I think the reason for this was that the founder wanted to remain the neutral, because at that time the controversy had started whether the Goa should remain independent or be merged with Maharashtra. And that is why they have chosen these two editors. This gives us the clear indication about the newspaper and what it stands for, not to taking the side with anyone and presenting the news in an unbiased manner. Later, the several people took over the charge as the editors of the newspaper, such as K.S.K. Menon, Vikram Bora, Padiyar, M.M. Muralidhar, Arun Sinha, but all of them have maintained the high standards set up of the founder's paper and refused to merge from it despite of the various problems they faced. During their tenure, Arun Sinha, and who was the editor for the 28 long years and brought a fresh breath for the air and successfully handled the challenges like the arrival of the electronic media and the introduction of the new dailies, and the tradition continues. In India, despite of the proliferations of the various forms of media in the recent year, like television channels and news websites, newspapers continue to hold the lot of importance amongst the people and are giving the lot of respect due to the role that they played during the independence struggles and galvanizing the people against the foreign ruler. After the country became free, the newspaper devoted their attention to the nation building, to the educating the people about the various issues and subjects. That is the reason why the people still look the confirmations of the news with the dailies, even though they follow the various TV channels and online media and the internet and WhatsApps in the age of digital media. Even if one reads something on a Twitter or a Facebook, we believe it only when we see it in the newspapers in the next morning. That is the power of the newspaper we have. The media industry is constantly evolving and facing a lot of challenges due to the spread of digital media. Because of digital media, the news cycle has itself seen the complete change. Earlier, we would get the news only when the newspaper comes in the morning. Then came in the trend of the afternoon tabloids and evening newspaper. Once the television channel started, the news bulletin were there only at the specific hours. Then came the trend of 24 hours news channel. But with the arrival of the website and the spread of the internet, the news break happened instantly, and with the most of the having the smartphone, each one of them is now targeting the audience and the potential, the news consumer. Most of us have the several news apps on our phone and keep checking them for the news update. But the satisfaction of the reading news comes only when you hold the newspaper in the morning along with your cup of tea. This feeling and contentment of the consumer news in this manner can never be fulfilled by any other form of media. Coming back to the newspaper, the challenges they face is to keep pace with the technology and stay relevant to the readers at all times. They are faced with the unavailable task of the competing with the televisions, and that provides the visual with the news website and the provided text, video, audio too. YouTube based in the news channel, podcast the news app, and that can send the bulk notification to all the use almost instantly, and then global like the Twitter and Facebook, and that are the retweeting and all the rules of the game by providing all the features and everybody else has. Thus, it requires the tremendous efforts from all journalists to attract the reader to the newspaper by the combination of the interneting and exclusive reporters, good language, the visual and graphics and photographs. And I'm happy to say that the Navhind Times, despite of all the challenges, retain its position as the largest circulation English daily in Goa. During the past 6 decades, the paper has demonstrated the remarkable resilience to retain its coveted space in the heart and minds of the Goan public. It is read not only in the Goan but also the part of the Karnataka and the Maharashtra, and the e-paper read by the Goan diaspora settled in the various parts of the world. I have no doubt that the daily will grow in the status with each milestone in the times ahead. It will continue its pioneering work. I congratulate the newspaper and its reader on its 60th anniversary and wish it all the best in future. I hope and wish the Navhind Times will maintain its numero uno positions and its entire the 75th year and also its century in futures. परत एकदा हांव समिस्त डेम्पो ग्रुप हांकां खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता इतक्याच खातीर डेम्पो ग्रुप फक्त न्यूजपेपरांनीच न्ही तर पुराय डेम्पो ग्रुप्स गोंयच्या विकासात उदरगतीत तांची व्हड वाटचाल म्हणजे गोंय मुक्त जाल्ल्या पासून आयज पर्यंत सातत्यात गोंय सरकारा कडेन आनी गोंयच्या वाटचालीत सातत्यात आसा. म्हाका दिसता आमी फाटल्या 30 वर्सां आमी स्टेटहूड डे मनयता आसतना नेमके ग्रुप्स जांकां आमी फेलिसिटेट केल्ले तितूंत डेम्पो ग्रुप आशिल्लो जांच्यांनी गोंयच्या विकासात व्हड वाटचाल तांच्यांनी केल्ली आसा. हांव अपेक्षा करता समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या वतीन गोंय सरकारच्या वतीन फक्त नवीन टायम्सच न्ही तर डेम्पो ग्रुपा कडल्यान आजुनूय अपेक्षा आसा गोंयच्या वाटचालीत तुमी अशाच पद्दतीत गोंयच्या विकासात वांटेकारी जातले आणि सातत्यात नवीन टायम्सच न्ही तर तुमचो नवप्रभा आसतलो किंवा बाकीचे सगळे वेगवेगळ्या एड्युकेशन सेक्टरात आणि वेगवेगळ्या सेक्टरात तुम्ही वांटेकारी जातले अशी हांव अपेक्षा करता. आणि परत एकदा गेल्या 60 वर्सांक तुमच्या मदीं आशिल्ले वेगवेगळे जे हयात ना अशाय लोकांचे तुम्ही फेलिसिटेशन श्री फॉर्मर प्रेसिडेंट श्री रामनाथजी कोविंद श्रीधरन पिल्ले सर हांच्या वतीन म्हाज्या कडल्यान केले त्या खातीर हांव परत एकदा जे हयात ना आनी सगळे तुमचे एट प्रेझेंट आशिल्ले पत्रकार हांचे खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता. म्हाका खबर आसा की कोविडांतल्या काळात तुम्ही कशा पद्दतीत पेपर सर्वायव करपा खातीर कारण बरेच खरो प्रॉब्लेम जो जाल्लो तो कोविडाच्या काळात लोक पेपराक हात लावपाक भिताले आणि त्याद्या वेळार बऱ्याचशा पेपरांनी आपले पेपर बंद केले, बऱ्याचशा लोकांक घरा धाडिले, बट तुम्ही कोणाकूच घरा न धाडटा सस्टेन करपाचें काम केलें. हें खूब व्हड काम आसा आनी तातूंतल्यानय तुम्ही परत एकदां व्हड उबारी घेतल्या. हांव तुमची आतां ती 75th आसतली किंवा 100th आसतली ही सेलेब्रेट करपा खातीर तुम्ही व्हडा उमेदीत सेलेब्रेट करतले. गोंय सरकारच्या वतीन परत एकदां डेम्पो ग्रुप्स आनी नवीन टायम्स हांचे पुराय खूब खूब अभिनंदन. देव बरें करूं.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, for those wonderful words of appreciation.